Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Why should you make a short film? Maybe you don't have money for feature, or you're not ready yet, or you don't have any idea where to start. In that case, you must make a short film, not just one, but few. So in this video, I want to talk about 4 points that why making a short film is going to find your own inner voice. And not only that, but how you're going to learn the end-to-end process and what are the benefits or the rationals and which are the things that help me personally to grow, not only in terms of technical but also in terms of mindset as an indie filmmaker by just making 5 short films. Let's get started. So the first one is validation. So when I say validation, that means you just have to pick one idea and decide to shoot for 5 minutes, or decide I will go and make a 5 minute short film and go behind the camera and see how it feels. I'm talking about getting your hand dirty. When you start anything new, it looks different from 10,000 feet. The reality check is when you go and deep dive on that. Your level of motivation will be on a peak when you start new things. But when you deep dive, when you go closer to the reality, when you feel all the pain, your motivation will drop down. That's the point where most of the people give up. So from filmmaking perspective, when we look in the social media, people talk about awards, they publish the photos with the camera, they all look fancy, but it's not like that. Okay, so when you go behind the camera, even if you want to convey 1 minute idea, if you just want to shoot even 2 minute short film, you will realize that on a set you will get all sort of challenges. At the core is about solving problems creatively, especially when you don't have money, you don't have resource, you don't have budget. Do you want to continue this? Are you enjoying the process or not? So this validation is about ticking that box. This is not about film, this is not about award, it's about making a film, and that's why it's called filmmaking. If I'm not enjoying this process, then there is no point to continue this. Just making a 5 minute short film will give you that reality check, and that brings me to point number 2, and that's called end-to-end process. So obviously with short film, it comes with the limitations that you're not going to recover your money, you're not going to get distribution, although there are some platforms they're doing ad based revenue, but it's not that much. So you need to have a very clear agenda in your mind. When you make short film, money is out of picture. It's more about learning the process. When I made my first short film, Curious, I wanted to learn the process. That was my whole agenda. So I did crowdfunding, I did casting call, I did location scouting. In a way, I wanted to define all the small activities that are involved in each phase: pre production, production, and even post production. I wanted to understand how things work, what exactly crew does, who does what. So even after I finished my film, I wanted to explore the film festival circuit. How does it work? What are the A tier film festivals? What are the B tier film festivals? And I hold myself publishing on YouTube for more than a year. So the third point is authenticity. So filmmaking for me is like learning a new language. Anyone can learn. It's like learning French, but then how effectively you will speak French, that's a different question. So the whole idea of this stage is not to find what you want. It's about knowing this is what I don't want. So think like, okay, I made this, but I didn't like it, so I will not do this. I'll try this. No, I kind of don't like this. No, I'll try this. So it's about elimination, and you have to repeat that process until unless you find your go-to zone. By just spending some time on YouTube, you will learn which lens to use, which kind of shot you want to portray to convey the story, right? What kind of editing software to use, but you will not discover the style. When we talk to few people, they all know the same language, but few people will like to listen forever. They use same vocabulary, they use same words, but then they use it effectively, or maybe they have a different style. So from that context, short films helps you to find your own voice. The last one is like psychological. Put it this way, making 3 5 minute short films will give you psychological advantage that you start something and you finish something. So it's not about making that perfect like 20-minute film, it's about making 5 minute 3 to 5 films, and although they're imperfect, but it's about creating a body of work. And that way you can give yourself kind of a momentum as a filmmaker, like you're making 1 2 3 4 5 films. Let it be under 5 minutes, even under 10 minutes. It's not mandatory to make a short film. If you know your audience, if you have discovered your style, you don't have to make short film, you can directly go and make a feature. In fact, I would like to start with a feature film if I start again. But when I started, I was quite blank. So if you have vision, if you have roadmap, not for just one film, but for two, three films down the line, then obviously you can start with feature film. Hope you like this video. If you want to download my indie filmmakers mindset book, I'll put link in the description. It's for the people who wants to build content and just starting their journey as a filmmaker. So you can check that out as well. And also don't forget to subscribe and comment your own short film. So I would definitely like to check that out. Thank you.